Welcome to another edition of Homage Court. You got me and my main man, Courtney Chappelle, host of another Chappelle show. Talk to the people, my brother.
What's going on, world? NBA draft time. It's an exciting day. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. For those who don't know, man, Fresh Perspective, we work hard. We up here burning the midnight oil. It's late. The second round done started. Most of y'all done went to sleep, but we up still working hard. But we're gonna give it to you raw. We're gonna give it to you uncut. Court, let's talk about it. LeVar Ball made a prediction 19 years ago. He had a vision. Said his son gonna be a Laker. How you feel?
Uh, I feel like they convinced Magic to go ahead and get their quote unquote next Jason Kidd. I don't see it. I don't believe in him. I won't say he'll be a bust, but I just don't view him as that guy. And they have this whole thing about people want to play with him. That's in college, brother. We grew up with. This is his homeboy. These ain't grown men with families and egos and their own personal things they want to do. But hey, Magic believe he sees something special in him. Who am I to tell him no? He's a hell of a passer, though. He got somewhat of a shot when he can clear space, but I just don't believe in him.
Well, you know me, man. You know how I feel about Lonzo. I believed in him. But as I looked at the footage and watched him closely for an individual standpoint, I don't like him as like a one-on-one player. But I think he is a piece of a puzzle. And we don't know what the Lakers' vision is yet. Only thing we keep hearing about is Paul George this and Paul George that. So we got to continue to see what the Lakers are trying to build here. Hopefully Lonzo Ball has worked out all summer and became a bigger, faster, quicker version of himself. Once he hits the NBA, hopefully he's worked on getting that jump shot off and added some more moves to his repertoire so he can get to the spots on the floor that he needs to get to in order to be that great passer that everybody say he is. I don't think it was a bad pick. I really, but you know me, man, you talked about it yesterday. I think Magic in his heart of hearts, he really wanted De'Aaron Fox. I know it. I know, but it's okay because De'Aaron Fox in that same division, so they gonna see each other a lot. You better believe that.
Hmm.
Now I
I
will
would have
say,
took I
now I know America don't know, but Courtney called Jason Tatum going to Boston. Talk to him about it, Court.
uh well Josh ain't want to work out for him. He ain't really want to be there. You know me, I hate anything Duke. That ain't gonna change. Um, he did show me some flashes in the tournament. I did my research on him. I see he dropped a lot of weight over the since he been out of college, and I like him offensively. He was the better offensive guy for Boston. He was the better offensive three out of him and Josh Jackson. I still would have preferred Josh Jackson. Um, Jason Tatum gonna be solid. He's gonna be pretty good for them. They got a lot of threes right now, so I don't know if they're gonna run small forward with them, and um, they trying to get what's the kid name? Kid from Utah. Um,
Gordon Hayward.
Haywood, and they got a lot of threes and a lot of guards.
Well, I pretty much think he coming. Um, I
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
know
much.
how
So
Gordon Hayward is not coming.
yeah, I think
I
he's sold.
personally,
I think yeah.
I
My
mean,
thing is,
he was sold already.
I mean, it's a lot of twos and threes over there. I just don't see where it's going. I need to. I just maybe they got to move the pick for a 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that you're saying like Boston got a lot going on with that same position, but I personally think it don't matter how much money the Utah Jazz throw Gordon Hayward. It's all about where I started from. Brad Stevens believed in me when no other D1 school did.
No, no, no,
And
no.
we
I'm not.
finna finish that deal now.
I'm with you on the Gordon Hayward part. That's
Yeah,
well beyond. I'm with you there. I'm just saying, even with him, they still have a lot of threes and fours. I mean, a lot of twos and threes. Like
yeah, they
I'm not
do.
understanding
Yeah, they do.
the methods of madness.
And we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out who they're gonna keep and who they're gonna get rid of, and what kind of pieces they're gonna add. Because they definitely got some things to take care of. So speaking of Josh Jackson, how you feel about Josh Jackson going and teaming up with the young boy Devin Booker? They pretty much just got they 1, 2, and 3 in the last 2 years. Because Tyler Eulis will
I mean,
be
to me,
making some noise pretty soon.
I mean, I think they're in a perfect position. They're actually growing. And you missed one. You got to remember they four. Dragic Bender is over there as well. Marquise Chris is over there. They pretty much
Yeah,
got they're now they got to build it. If you could get Dragic Bender to be a stretch five, and Marquise Chris to develop an offensive game a little bit so that he could be a good four, and then you go Josh Jackson, Devin Booker, and Tyler Eulis. That's a hell of a lineup. You can if they do make that swap from me, now you cooking. Now you cooking. I say they got to make that
understood.
trade now.
Understood. I think Phoenix is just building around a young talented group of players. Their next, like you said, their next operation is to get a veteran, get a good veteran leader in there. I heard they was trying to get DeAndre Jordan in there. I think he can provide them some good energy. Big guy can run the floor, defend. Some that team may really need with the young talent that they got. But it's
I
a
don't
long way
think
away,
he's
man.
a veteran
This
for him though. I don't think he's a good veteran for him. At this point, I think they need to go ahead and get them some older cats, some early 30s, late 20s.
how old you think 3,000 is?
That he ain't no leader though. What he gonna do for them? They still leading him. You talking about just remove? There ain't no way he want to have to lock him in the house to sign a contract. You want him to raise?
Hey man, he gonna end up learning about that real quick. That was probably one of the worst moves he ever made. Well, I wouldn't say that. It ain't his fault they be losing. Blame it on Blake Griffin. But
Exactly.
well, he missed free throws too, so he got to work on that. But he do dominate the game defensively, and when he catch the ball around the basket, he
Worry about the wrong thing.
he actually he actually has his best numbers when there's no Blake Griffin, and they actually play better when there's no Blake Griffin. Believe it or not.
I believe it.
So your main man, these next 11 picks, they went a little different. The player,
Not for me. They were
the,
predictable for me.
the suspects were there, but I didn't see Orlando getting Jonathan Isaac, even though I understand
I
it.
did.
Um, I understood the lawyer marketing. Uh,
Isaac,
New York Knicks.
you got to remember with the Jonathan Isaac thing. You got to which GMs they GM is. I believe Scott Layden who just from Milwaukee. Remember Scott Layden, same dude who drafted Antetokounmpo. I kind of put that Isaac thing a mile away.
Understood.
The
I mean,
Knicks
but
took
we already talked about the kid. We like him a lot. Uh, I believe Jalen Rose compared him to Andre Carlico, and
no.
I don't believe that. I think he's gonna be a different type of player. He can put the ball on the floor,
He
and
better than
his stroke is a lot better than Carlico. But you had a tough decision to make at 8 or 9. Dennis Smith Jr. was there, but I know you wanted Frank, and I like Frank. I think Frank's a solid player. I think he's gonna come in and be able to play right away. I don't think he's gonna struggle with the speed of the game. You know what I'm saying?
right. So what else is going on? What's your other take on him and Dennis?
Well, I think then after looking at some footage of Frank, I think Frank is a fluid athlete. He's not the athlete of Dennis Smith Jr., but I think for what the system needs. If y'all still running the triangle system and what the basketball principles of the triangle needs, I think Frank was the better pick. Now, if you going on straight superstar status or superstar potential, then Dennis Smith Jr. gonna be able to make some noise.
Uh, okay, I'm with you there. I'm with you. Remember, I still think Dennis remind me of Baron Davis. Um, a lot
They
like Baron
compared
Davis.
him. They compared him to Steve Francis, which I don't see that as a bad comparison either.
I mean, yeah, I've been seeing that for years. I view him more as a Baron Davis. Hence why Don Nelson made the pick. Um, but I like that he went for. Okay, listen, for his ability to be a superstar, I like that he went for him. Now the Knicks could use him for him. I like that he went to Dallas instead of New York. Why? Because I think Rick Carlisle isn't going to tolerate him not being good and talented athlete and not playing defense. And I think he needs to know early in his career that he's going to have defense. So I think Dallas is
Yeah,
going
he's
to
gonna, he's
play
gonna have to get defense. Yeah, I agree. He's gonna have to play defense, or he's gonna be on the mixtape because that's where the point guards at in the West.
not. It's not a mix. You talking about against players, talking about the coaching. Rick Carlisle is going to make him play defense, so his ass to be on the bench. Forget the mixtape. You're not going to be on no tape. He's not going to tolerate you just out here freestyle. I like it for Dallas because they ain't a superstar like talent like this forever. They needed a boost in their athletic talent. I think he can work well with West Mac. Um, I think that was a dope pick. Dallas. I think Dallas got to get behind that boy, and he's going to be special for Dallas. And I think they A1 top notch training facility league. So I think they got their Baron Davis slash Russell Westbrook without having to go chase him in free agency. He's somebody that people in free agency will go to him. As far
Right.
as Frank, um, triangle fit, but I love his long arms. He got like a 7 foot wing.
7 foot wingspan, dog.
He
That's
big.
that's special.
That's special. You can't teach long arms. He's a,
No sir.
he's an unselfish point guard. He's a pass first. He
Very much.
he can move the ball.
Very
Um,
much.
and I just view him at the one and Porzingis later down the line at the five. You long, you got a lot of length and a lot of defense. They consider him the best defensive player in the draft.
Well, me and you had a discussion about him, and what I like about him the most is that the pace that he plays at, all his moves and everything. He's fluid. He's fluid player. It's like he don't do anything that's gonna get him out of control, and that's what I like about him the most.
Yeah, he's stern. Where he come from is about not making the bad plays, the turnovers. I watched some highlights of him early. He tends to like to get in that post and turn around, jump shot and floater, and I just think he's an overall skilled player. Um, I think he fit the triangle perfectly. Uh, minimal ego. Right now, I'm looking at it. Him, Porzingis at the five, Aaron Gomez at the four. Now they got to solidify that 2-3 position.
Right. And so, me and you had a conversation a while back, and we had my main man Malik Monk going to Sacramento, but I think he went to a good situation in Charlotte. What you think about that?
I think he went to a perfect situation for him in Charlotte.
I think so too.
They just got rid of their shooter and Bellinelli. Um, he gonna be out there with him, Dwight and Frank
And Kimber
and
and Nicholas Batum.
Nicholas Batum. I think he's just in a perfect situation to light it up.
He's in a good situation. Now, we'll say what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to lock in defensively simply because to stay on the floor. He'll get minutes because he can score the ball, but to really stay on the floor, he's going to have to, you
What I
know,
want to see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a problem with this generation not loving the game. I have a problem with this generation not loving the game and like diving in it, like just full gun ho everything in it. And what I'm gonna watch from Malik Monk is even I want to see if he's gonna take it personal that he went that low in the draft when
Mhm.
he should have or could have been
Right,
higher. But
right,
I want to see if
right.
he's gonna take. I also want to see if he's gonna take it serious, knowing that he got the GOAT as an owner. And are you gonna learn from the GOAT? Are you gonna get them post moves? Are you gonna make him teach you that footwork? Are you gonna make him take your offensive game to new heights? You got the athleticism now. You
Right.
gotta force him
Now
to
you gotta now you gotta work on your NBA body and you gotta continue to work on your craft. I agree. Um, real quick, we gotta talk about Luke Kennard going to Detroit. Not a bad pickup for them. I don't know how they're gonna use him. I don't know what role he's gonna play, but the good thing
shoot,
about the good thing about him is that he can play basketball. He went to Coach K.
shooter.
Coach K taught his shooters how to move within the half court offense, so he won't just be a guy that you just isolate, put him on one side of the court and wait for the ball. No, he can move without the ball, so he should be able to fit in just fine in a 6, 7 man rotation. And I don't think he'll ever start over Caldwell Pope, but he also may play a little point guard too in the NBA.
Turkaloo, just shorter, pure shooter. And in the system with Steve Van Gundy, like to kick it out or get the shooters going, perfect to just get buckets.
So, now, I got three more picks I want to talk about before we get up out of here. Your homeboy Justin Jackson. Talk to the people about the UNC, the guy.
Perfect place, perfect,
Most ever play in the tournament.
perfect
Number
place for him
15.
to go. Perfect place for him to go in Sacramento, where they building now, where you got De'Aaron Fox at the point, you got D Fox at the point, you got Buddy Hill who can actually slide down to the two where he naturally should be. Justin Jackson at the three where he could play the wing and move around. Willie Collins Stein out there. The dude they picked up last year, and if I'm correct, they picked up their 20th pick was Harry Giles,
Harry
right?
Giles.
Harry Giles, who if he can stay healthy,
Ooh, that's a sleeper they just picked up if he stay healthy.
if he stay healthy, he was a top five pick. So that I like the way they building their core out there for real. It's weird to say Sacramento actually making smart moves, but right now they 1, 2, 3 is solidified for the future. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hill, Justin Jackson. I like it.
I like them as well. TJ Leaf to Indiana. What you think he gonna bring to them immediately?
Say that again.
I said TJ Leaf went to Indiana. What you think he could bring them immediately?
I don't like the spot for TJ Leaf because they already got Miles, and I don't think he's a five. I don't think neither one of those is five, and I don't think TJ Leaf is a three. Standard. Unless they just plan on like holding on to Paul George for 1 year and just swapping in and out with talent. Like I like TJ Leaf as a talent. I just don't like TJ Leaf and the fit. Like I don't. Portland took Zach Collins over him. I think that was the bad move. I think they should have took TJ Leaf.
Come on. Understood. Well, with that being said, my peoples, we're gonna leave it up to court to jump off the final take because I got a little rant that I got to let the people know about. So, court after the first round of the draft, it's over. It's done. At the beginning of the second round, how you feel about it?
The first 10 and 11 picks were uh pretty much what I thought it would be. Um, I want to say Chicago made some good moves, even though they traded Jimmy Butler. They made some good pickups within that. The Martin kid might be good for them. I don't know what that says about number 44. But they want to put the world on notice. Minnesota up. The Minnesota Timberwolves are loading up, y'all, and y'all need to be careful. They are coming for it, and they are coming for it now. They're long. They're athletic. They can shoot. They all can shoot. They all can score. They all make plays off the ball and with the ball in their hands. They get in there. On in Philadelphia. Y'all see what's going on in Boston.
Well, you know,
Y'all see shit. Shit move.
well, two things. One, just to piggyback off what you said about Minnesota. Kevin Durant, I hope you watch. Because what LeBron's supposed to have, Thibodeau got it. And we all know what Thibodeau is. He's the master manipulator, defense, and they are coming to shut y'all down. So, Kevin, I hope you're getting ready to be the 100. And I hope you know that young boy who LeBron's supposed to have, he coming to see you. There's a different beast that you're going to have to deal with, and I hope you're ready. But I want to take this time to acknowledge that the NBA and the NCAA ought to be ashamed of themselves for the rule that they have put in place for freshman basketball players to have to play 1 year when this draft alone set an NBA record with 15 freshmen selected in the top 20. Stop wasting your time and holding these kids back. They was good enough to come into the NBA. That 1 year college didn't change nothing because you still picked them ahead of everybody. When you got ACC Player of the Years and Big East Player of the Years going behind these kids, that's not fair to the people who mature and go to the college to work on their game and become better. What the NBA needs to do is focus on connecting with the NCAA and making the game, the college game and the NBA game closer to one another. And they also need to work on the development league, now known as the Gatorade League in the NBA. They need to strengthen that league so those players who they feel that can come straight out of high school, go ahead and go, because you're diluting the college game because these great players are not staying at the schools. So it's really not doing anybody any justice. North Carolina was able to win a championship this year because they didn't steal. They don't believe in the one and dones. Because we all know if UNC start doing that and start pulling them in, Bro Williams might get a couple more rings, just because that's the University of North Carolina. And all they got to do is call the man to come in there, and he coming in there strong. But with that being said, we appreciate y'all tuning in. This marks another edition of Homage Court.